Very good morning to everyone. Today we will start with the new chapter, conversion or sale of a partnership firm into a limited company. From the title you will come to know that here what happens, a partnership firm converts its business into a limited company. So a firm may be converted by the partners into a limited company. This is done to take the advantages such as the company is not affected by death or retirement of a partner. When a firm is converted into a company, it will not be affected by death or retirement of the members. The liability of the shareholders is limited. Shareholders' liability is limited. Shares are easily transferable. There is no limit on the maximum number of shareholders, whereas there is a limit in the maximum number of partners. But there is no limit on the maximum number of shareholders. A limited company can raise large capital from the public and carry on the business on a much larger scale if compared to partnership where there may be a limited capital, but in the limited company can raise large capital from the public and carry on business on a larger scale. So here there may be sales. Here what happens? Yeah, it may be a conversion that partnership is converted into a company, or there may be a sale of business. In some cases, the firm may be sold to an existing limited company. The partnership firm may be sold to an existing limited company. In case of a sale, the present partners may not become directors of the company. There may be a change in management. When there is a sale, the business partnership firm is sold to an existing limited company, and when there is when there is conversion, what happens? The partners themselves are the promoters of the new company. The name of the company may be similar. So in conversion, what happens? The partner themselves may become the promoters of the new company. The name of the company may be similar, like the firm Messrs. ABC after conversion may become ABC Company Limited. So the partnership firm ABC firm after conversion may become Mrs. ABC Company Limited. So conversion may the partner themselves may become the promoters of the company. But in case of sale, what happens is the partners may not become the directors of the company. There may be a change in the change of management. And here what happens, here also similar to amalgamation, there is dissolution of business. So there may be dissolution of business. The firm is closed and the company is started. Firm is closed and the company is started. The firm is dissolved and most of the assets and liabilities are taken over by the limited company for an agreed price. For an agreed price, the entries in the book of firm are same as in the case of dissolution. And amalgamation also we have done. So it was amalgamation of firm. What in our third semester we have amalgamation of firm. In the sixth semester, that is when you all will be in your TY BCom, you will have amalgamation of companies, which is very similar to this chapter. And here what happens, what we will do in conversion or sale, to a company, let it be a conversion or it be a sale of the business to a company. Normally, all the assets and the liabilities are taken over by the company for an agreed price known as the purchase consideration. So what happens? The assets and liabilities of the firm are taken over by the company for an agreed price known as the purchase consideration. Now we have discussed purchase consideration in the last chapter. Amalgamation may also we have learnt about purchase consideration. On sale or conversion, whether it be a sale of the business or it be conversion, the limited company takes over the business of a firm for an agreed price. The company, limited company, takes over the business of a firm for an agreed price. This price is known as purchase consideration. What happens? The business of the limited company, what it does, it takes over the business of the firm for an agreed price. This price is known as purchase consideration. The business of the firm is purchased by the company for an agreed price. That price is known as purchase consideration. Now, in the last chapter, we have seen only one method, net asset method, where what we do, all the assets taken over by new firm in an agreed price, that is revised value if given, otherwise book value, minus external liabilities taken over by the new firm in agreed value, that is revised value if given, otherwise book value. हम ऐसे परचेज कंसिडरेशन कैलकुलेट करते थे. But in this chapter, there are methods in calculating purchase consideration. There are three methods in which we will calculate our purchase consideration. The first method is known as lump sum method. The first method is known as lump sum method. In lump sum method, what happens? The purchase consideration is given as a lump sum amount. मतलब the value of purchase consideration when it is given in the sum directly जब PC question में दिया रहता है, it is known as lump sum method. For example, it may be stated that ABC firm is acquired by XYZ Limited for rupees 1,30,000. तो बिजनेस जो सेल हो गया है वो एक एग्रीड प्राइस में हुआ है एंड वो प्राइस क्वेश्चन में दिया गया है 1,30,000. Then in such case, it is not necessary to actually calculate the purchase consideration because it is directly given in the question. The amount of PC is given in the question. So that is known as lump sum method. जहाँ पे हमें पीसी कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, वो हमें दिया रहता है क्वेश्चन में. So that is one of the method to calculate purchase consideration. Then we have payment method. Payment method, in this method, the purchase consideration is equal to the total of the payments made by the company to the partners. तो यहाँ पे what we do in the payment method, what is the purchase consideration? जो भी हम payments करता है, जो भी company, limited company, जो भी payment करता है to the partners, is that way वो भी payments को calculate करके we may come into the value of purchase consideration. The payment may be in any form. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कैश में पार्टनर्स को पे किया, शेयर्स में पे किया, डिबेंचर्स में पे किया. तो दिस इज पेमेंट मेथड टू कैलकुलेट परचेज कंसिडरेशन. while calculating the purchase consideration, we should consider the issue price and not the face value of the shares. Means when we are calculating the payment method, 100 shares 10 rupees का 20 rupees में पे किया, तो हम 10 rupees का भले शेयर हो बट इट इज बीन पेड फॉर 20 rupees, तो हम इशू प्राइस कंसिडर करते, वी डू नॉट कंसिडर द फेस वैल्यू, we consider the issue price. Means in this method, in payment method, what we consider the issue price and not the face value of the shares or debentures. The shares or debentures may be issued at par or at premium or at discount. So when we are calculating the purchase consideration, the payment to the partners may be done by way of cash, by way of shares, by way of debentures, but we have to pay attention that shares or debentures may be issued at par, premium or discount, and that par premium discount is the issue price कि पार्टनर्स को कैसे इशू किया शेयर्स एंड डिबेंचर्स को, फेस वैल्यू में दिया तो इट विल बी पार, मोर देन द फेस वैल्यू में दिया तो इट विल बी प्रीमियम, एंड डिस्काउंट में पे किया पार्टनर्स को मतलब लेस देन द फेस वैल्यू में पे किया देन इट इज डिस्काउंट. See, when we are paying the partners at face value, it is par. When we are paying more than the face value, it is premium. When we are paying less than the face value, it is discount. So while calculating the purchase consideration, what we do, we consider the issue price and not the face value of the shares or the debentures. So the next method that we have already seen is the net asset method. In this method, first lump sum, directly the value of purchase consideration is given. In payment, what we are paying to the partners, cash, shares, debentures on face value, that is par, premium, discount. That way we will get our payment method. In net asset method, purchase consideration is equal to the agreed value of assets taken over less the agreed values of liabilities taken over. That is assets taken over by the limited company less liabilities taken over by the limited company at agreed value. Now what is agreed value? It is a revised value or book value, balance sheet value. So we have to consider only the items taken over and ignore the items not taken over by the company. So we will take only those assets and liabilities that are taken over by the company and ignore those assets and liabilities which are not taken over by the company. We have to consider the agreed values and ignore the book values of the items not taken over. So if any asset or liability is not taken over, then we will not consider that item while calculating the purchase consideration. Now there are three methods, but what we will have to see, first we will have to find out if the lump sum price is given. पीसी का वैल्यू डायरेक्टली दिया है क्या क्वेश्चन में? इफ सो देयर इज नो नीड टू कैलकुलेट परचेज कंसिडरेशन. अगर it is a lump sum method and purchase consideration price is given in the question, so no need to calculate purchase consideration. Okay, but if lump sum price is not given, then we have to find out if price can be calculated by the payment method. So only in the end, if it is not possible to use payment method, the net asset method should be used. Matlab first we will see if the PC directly price in lump sum price of purchase consideration is given. If it is given, no need to calculate purchase consideration. But if lump sum price is not given, find out the price, can find out if price can be calculated by payment method. If only at the end, if it is not possible to use payment method, then only net asset method should be used. Like for example, if the company agrees to give the partners 1,000 shares and balance in cash, now वो balance in cash कैसे find out करे? Not possible to use payment method because the amount of cash paid is not known. हमें बोलते हैं 1,000 शेयर्स पे करो पार्टनर्स को और बैलेंस कैश में पे करो, बट वो बैलेंस कितना कैश में पे करना है वो हम कैसे नहीं फाइंड कर सकते. वी कैन नॉट फाइंड आउट द बैलेंस इन कैश. In that situation, what we will do, we will calculate the purchase consideration price by using the net asset method. Now, next one, discharge of purchase consideration. The actual payment of the price by the company to the partners is known as the discharge of purchase consideration. So, the payment of the purchase consideration by the company to the partners. What is discharge of purchase consideration? It is the actual payment of the purchase consideration price by the company to the partners, and the price may be paid by the company partly in cash and partly by allotment of its own shares or debenture. How the discharge of PC can be done? By cash. Cash दे मतलब आपने जो बिजनेस को खरीदा है, बिजनेस को खरीदते वक्त प्राइस है, वो प्राइस को हम परचेज कंसिडरेशन बोलते हैं. बट वो परचेज कंसिडरेशन आप कैसे सेटिस्फाई करते हो? डू यू पे कैश एंड पे द पीसी? डू यू पार्टली पे कैश एंड पार्टली पे शेयर्स ऑफ द लिमिटेड कंपनी? जो कंपनी स्टार्ट हुआ है या जो कंपनी ने बिजनेस को परचेज किया है वो कंपनी का शेयर्स या वो कंपनी का डिबेंचर्स भी दे सकते हैं. तो डिस्चार्ज ऑफ पीसी मे बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैश, in the form of shares, debentures. That is known as discharge of PC, in which what happened? The payment of the PC purchase consideration by the company to the partners is known as the discharge of purchase consideration. Now, distribution of shares, debentures among the partners. How to distribute the shares and debentures among the partners? How do we distribute the shares and or the debentures among the partners? So there are three ways. First one is known as specific ratio. Specific ratio means what? Specific ratio means if any specific ratio is given in the question, the shares or debentures are divided in the given ratio. Means a company shares the PC is satisfied by way of shares. अब उस shares को partners में कैसे distribute करें? Because partners means more than one owner. सो कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करें ये शेयर्स या डिबेंचर्स को पार्टनर्स में? इफ स्पेसिफिक रेशो इज गिवन, हम वो रेशो में डिवाइड करेंगे. इफ देयर इज एनी स्पेसिफिक एग्रीमेंट अमंग द पार्टनर्स, द शेयर्स और डिबेंचर्स मस्ट बी डिवाइडेड अमंग द पार्टनर्स इन द एग्रीड रेशो. नेक्स्ट वन इज इक्विटेबल अप्रोच. Equitable approach means if it is stated that the purchase consideration should be distributed equitably, means fairly distribute होना चाहिए. तो इक्विटी शेयर्स को हम डिवाइड करते हैं अमंग द पार्टनर्स इन दैट प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशो. तो इक्विटी शेयर्स को कैसे, अगर इफ इट इज अ इक्विटेबल अप्रोच, if it is a equitable approach, then what we will do, we will divide the equity shares among the partners in the profit sharing ratio, and preference shares and debentures को हम divide करते हैं among the partners in the ratio of their capitals. रिमेंबर इफ इट इज अ स्पेसिफिक रेशो, कैसे डिवाइड करना है उसके लिए रेशो क्वेश्चन में दिया रहेगा. इफ वी फॉलो द इक्विटेबल अप्रोच, देन इक्विटी शेयर्स को हम प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशो में डिवाइड करेंगे, एंड प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स एंड डिबेंचर्स को हम डिवाइड करेंगे अमंग द पार्टनर्स according to the capital, according to the ratio of their capitals. This is known as the equitable approach because it is fair and just to all the partners. It ensures that the future profit, that is equity dividend, are shared in the profit sharing ratio, and a fixed return, that is preference share में फिक्स्ड डिविडेंड मिलता है, एंड डिबेंचर में फिक्स इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, इज अश्योर ऑन द कैपिटल्स. कैपिटल तो हम प्रेफरेंस शेयर और डिबेंचर्स को कैपिटल पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल रेशो में डिवाइड करते हैं, एंड इक्विटी शेयर्स को पार्टनर्स के प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशो में डिवाइड करते हैं. तो इसको भी अज्यूम इट टू बी वेरी फेयर, बिकॉज वो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को फ्यूचर में डिविडेंड मिलेगा एंड वो प्रॉफिट के हिसाब से मिलेगा, एंड प्रेफरेंस शेयर होल्डर्स एंड डिबेंचर्स को फिक्स्ड डिविडेंड एंड इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. डिबेंचर को इंटरेस्ट, प्रेफरेंस शेयर को डिविडेंड मिलेगा, एंड इट विल बी फिक्स्ड बेस्ड ऑन द कैपिटल. This method is also used when it is stated that the distribution should be in such a way that there is no effect on the partner's rights. पार्टनर्स का राइट्स इफेक्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, ऐसे क्वेश्चन में बोला रहेगा, देन वी विल फॉलो द इक्विटेबल अप्रोच. Then the last one, legal approach. If no instructions are given, shares and debentures should be divided in the ratio of the partner's capital. So legal approach means when no instructions are given, shares and debentures, all equity preference shares and debentures should be divided in the ratio of the partner's capital. This is known as a legal approach because it is in accordance with the provisions of section 48B of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. तो लीगल अप्रोच में क्यों बोलते हैं इसे? बिकॉज इन द एक्ट, Partnership Act section 48B, it is given that it is known as the legal approach because ऐसे बोला गया है हमारे पार्टनरशिप एक्ट 1932 के provision of section 48B में. So if no instruction is given, we will follow that shares and debentures should be divided in the ratio of the partner's capital. Now, what all accounts we will be preparing? We will be preparing realization account, partners capital account. Similar to amalgamation, हम realization account prepare करते हैं. Partners capital account, cash bank account. If not taken over by the company, then instead वहाँ पे new firm account बनाते थे. यहाँ पे we will prepare account of limited company. न्यू फर्म के बदले में अकाउंट ऑफ लिमिटेड कंपनी और लिमिटेड कंपनी अकाउंट, एंड अकाउंट ऑफ ईच आइटम रिसीव फ्रॉम कंपनी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इक्विटी शेयर्स account, preference shares account in the limited company, equity shares account in the limited company, debentures account in the limited company. Means परचेज कंसिडरेशन जैसे भी डिस्चार्ज होगा कैश में होगा तो कैश अकाउंट, इक्विटी शेयर्स में होगा तो इक्विटी शेयर्स इन द लिमिटेड कंपनी, प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स में अलॉट होगा पीसी तो प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स इन द लिमिटेड कंपनी, डिबेंचर्स में अलॉट होगा पीसी तो डिबेंचर्स इन द लिमिटेड कंपनी. ये एडिशनल अकाउंट्स रहेगा. मीन्स कौन सा अकाउंट वी विल बी प्रिपेयरिंग? रियलाइजेशन अकाउंट, partners capital account, cash bank account, account of limited company, a limited company account, and then if PC is discharged by equity shares account. If PC is discharged by preference shares account. If PC is discharged by debentures, then हम debentures account भी prepare करेंगे. So this last three, equity shares, preference shares and debentures, depends upon how the purchase consideration is settled. How the purchase consideration is settled, depending upon that, this accounts will be prepared. Now, so with this, we will start with the we will start with some sums, few sums, one or two sums to understand the purchase consideration. So let us do this small sum in front of your screen. Calculate the amount of purchase consideration from the following details. So from the following details, let us calculate the PC. So the purchasing company agreed to issue 15,000 equity shares of 10 each, 15,000 equity shares. So see, this is how the partners are settled. Payment क्या हो रहा है? Purchase consideration by payment method. The purchasing company agreed to issue 15,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, valued at rupees 12. Means face value share का 10 है, but we are paying them 12 rupees. What we are doing? The face value of the equity share is 10 rupees, but valued at rupees 12, means more than the face value. We are discharging, what we are doing, we are paying the equity shares at premium more than the face value. तो परचेसिंग कंपनी 15,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स पे करेगी 10 रुपीज का 12 रुपीज में, एंड 6,000 6% debentures of 10 rupees at a discount of 5%. So 10 rupees का 5% कितना है? देखो 10 rupees का 5% मतलब कितना? It is 50 पैसा. So discount में 10 rupees का डिबेंचर will be issued at 10 rupees minus 50 पैसा डिस्काउंट, मीन्स 9 rupees 50 पैसा में डिबेंचर्स इशू होगा, and pay cash equal to 10% of the face value of shares and debentures issued. तो कैश कितना देंगे? 10% of the face value of shares and debentures issued. So let us start the PC. Purchase consideration, calculation of purchase consideration, purchase consideration by payment method. So here equity share, there are 15,000 equity share of rupees 10 each, at how much we are giving? At rupees 12. So issue price consider करना है, face value नहीं. So how much? 15,000 into 12. How much does it come to? कितना इक्विटी शेयर्स का वैल्यू होता है? 15,000 into 12, it is coming to 1,80,000. And हम what else we are giving? We paid in shares. Now after shares, we are also giving 6,000 debentures, 6,000, 6% debentures of rupees 10 each at rupees, discount है ना 9.5 50, 50 पैसा का डिस्काउंट है, सो 6000 इंटू 9.50 करो, 9.5, how much is the amount of debentures, issue price of debentures, 6000 into 9.50, it is coming to how much, 57,000. नाउ बैलेंस हम इन कैश में देने वाले, रिमेनिंग पीसी हमें कैश में पे करना है. इट इज हाउ मच, 10% ऑफ द फेस वैल्यू ऑफ डिबेंचर, शेयर एंड डिबेंचर. सो फेस वैल्यू कितना है, 15,000 शेयर्स का फेस वैल्यू है 10, बराबर 15,000 शेयर्स का फेस वैल्यू है 10, प्लस वी आर ऑल्सो गिविंग 6,000 डिवेंचर्स और उसका फेस वैल्यू भी है 10. 10 रुपीज का डिवेंचर है, हमने 5% डिस्काउंट में दिया, बट फेस वैल्यू इज 10. इक्विटी शेयर हमने 12 में इशू किया, बट फेस वैल्यू इज 10. इक्विटी शेयर ऑल्सो फेस वैल्यू इज 10, डिवेंचर ऑल्सो फेस वैल्यू इज 10. इन दोनों का कितना परसेंट कैश देंगे, 10%. कितना परसेंट कैश देंगे, 10%. So how much this amount is coming into, कितना वर्क हो रहा है, what is it coming, 15,000 into 10 is 1,50,000 plus 6,000 into 10 is 60,000, which is equal to how much, 2,10,000 into कितना परसेंट कैश, दोनों कर दे से फेस वैल्यू और शेयर्स एंड डिबेंचर जो इशू हुआ है उसका इक्वल टू 10% वी विल पे इन कैश. सो उसका 10% इज इक्वल टू हाउ मच, इज इक्वल टू ₹21,000. So how much we are paying for cash, we are paying for cash is equal to 21,000. तो ये दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो वी विल गेट, ये तीनों को ऐड करेंगे तो वी विल गेट अवर टोटल परचेज कंसीडरेशन. सो ऐड ऑल ऑफ देम, हाउ मच यू आर गेटिंग, 1,80,000, 51,000 and 21,000. So add all of this, we get 2,58,000. So our PC, what they are asked us to calculate is 2,58,000. 2,58,000. So calculate the purchase consideration from the following details. The purchasing company agreed to issue 8,000 equity shares of ₹10 each valued at par. Means purchasing company is issuing to the partners 8,000 equity shares 10 rupees का par में. Par means at face value. 10 रुपीज का शेयर 10 रुपीज में ही इशू किया. देन 500 8% प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स, 500 8% प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स ऑफ ₹100 ईच. 100 का प्रेफरेंस शेयर है बट 10% प्रीमियम में 100 का 10% इज 10 रुपीज. देखो 100 का 10% निकालो, यू विल गेट 10 रुपीज. So 8% preference shares 100 rupees का 500 preference shares issue किया at a premium of 10%, means 110 rupees में issue किया. Then 1,000 debentures of 50 rupees at a discount of 10%. तो 50 rupees का 10% is how much, 50 rupees का 10% discount means कितने में issue किया, 50 रुपीज का 10% इज 5 रुपीज. सो 50 रुपीज का डिबेंचर एट अ डिस्काउंट ऑफ 5 रुपीज, दैट इज 50 माइनस 5, 45 रुपीज में इशू किया, 45 रुपीज में इशू किया. डिस्काउंट माइनस करके कितने में डिबेंचर्स पार्टनर को मिला, 45 रुपीज में. एंड पे कैश इक्वल टू 10% of the total purchase consideration equal to 10% of the total purchase consideration. This we will do while we are doing the sum. देखते हैं 10% of total PC means what? तो here what we will do, equity shares कितना है 8,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at par means 10 rupees ka face, par means issued at face value. So 8,000 into 10, we will get 80,000. We will get 80,000. Then we have 500, 8% preference shares. 8% is the rate of dividend which has nothing to do in the calculation of purchase consideration. वो just record के लिए है, future में fixed dividend मिलेगा. तो कितना dividend मिलेगा? Because equity shares का dividend fixed नहीं है. They will get the dividend depending upon the performance of the company. But preference shares will get a fixed dividend of 8%. So here 500, 8% preference shares of rupees 100 at rupees 110 each. 10 rupees का premium add करेंगे तो it becomes 110. So 500 into 110, how much it is coming to? How much it is coming to? 55,000. It is coming to 55,000. इसके बाद 1,000 debentures also are there. 1,000, how much percent debentures? 1,000 debentures of 50. They have not given the rate of interest. So 1,000 debentures of rupees 50 each. 50 is the face value at rupees 45. That is 5 rupees ka premium. So 1,000 into 45 is coming to how much? It is coming to 45,000. 1,000 into 45 is coming to 45,000. So total PC purchase consideration excluding cash balance is how much? Add all the three, how much you are getting? 80,000 plus 55,000 plus 45,000, we are getting 1,80,000. So यहाँ पे हमें कैश कितना है? कैश इज इक्वल टू 10% ऑफ द टोटल पीसी. टोटल परचेज कंसिडरेशन का 10% कैश है. सो कैश कितना रहेगा? कैश जो है वो 10% है. कैश इज हाउ मच? कैश इज 10%. 10% क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. सो रिमेनिंग पीसी कितना रहेगा? रिमेनिंग पीसी कितना परसेंट रहेगा? हाउ मच विल बी द रिमेनिंग पीसी? टोटल पीसी अगर 100% है जिसमें कैश इज 10%, सो रिमेनिंग पीसी विल बी 90. करेक्ट? क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करना है. सो 90 रहेगा. तो डू द क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन. रिमेनिंग पीसी हमें पता है हाउ मच इज द वैल्यू. रिमेनिंग पीसी का वैल्यू है 1,80,000. So we know, do the cross multiplication. 1,80,000 into 10 divide by 90. How much we are getting cash balance? How much we are getting cash balance? How much is the cash? 20,000. So we will write cash is how much? Cash is 20,000. So our total PC will be how much? Total PC including cash balance equal to 1,80,000 plus 20,000, which is equal to 2 lakh. 90 that we have done a cross multiplication. If total, if the cash is equal to 10% of the total PC, तो कैश इज 10%, वो दिया है क्वेश्चन में, तो एक्सक्लूडिंग कैश रिमेनिंग पीसी कितना होगा, कितना परसेंट होगा? इफ ये पीसी में कैश, ये पीसी में तो कैश है ही नहीं, एंड टोटल पीसी का कैश इज 10%, तो रिमेनिंग पीसी एक्सक्लूडिंग कैश कितना होगा? इफ एवरीथिंग इज 100%, 100 जिसमें कैश परसेंटेज मीन्स 100, जिसमें कैश 10 है, तो रिमेनिंग कितना रहेगा? 100 माइनस 10, दैट इज 90. So we done a cross multiplication and we got that cash balance should be 20,000. So total including cash balance, total PC including cash is this much. Purchase consideration including cash. So with this sum is also done. Thank you very much, everyone. We will continue with the remaining sums in the next lecture onwards. Once again, thank you very much.